Hey Leo, it's Amber here at the Stephanie's Journey Tarot. Welcome to your September love reading. I know it's a bit late, but time is fluid, as they say. I guess when you watch this reading, it will be relevant to you. But this is the reading I'm producing in this month. I hope that you enjoy it. Apologies for my delay. Leo, this is for you if you have your sun, moon, or rising in Leo, Venus placement, or even your seventh house is ruled by Leo. So if you're an Aquarius rising, this could also be helpful to you. Okay, so I'll go ahead and get started. So we've got the Ace of Rods currently in the position, your present position. So it looks as if there's a new beginning that you are embarking on, and it's quite exciting. It's inspirational. It could be that you've just got this urge to do something. You may have had a new idea and you kind of want to test it out. And, you may not have all the information yet. You may not have a whole plan yet, but you have enough excitement and enough inspiration to want to go forward with it. So something's really kind of sparked your interest, dear Leo. And it looks like you want to move forward. Now, this could also be representing simply a new beginning, because this is representing Leo in itself as a rods or wands card. So it could just be that you're kind of taking charge of your life in some way and just making some changes. Maybe you just feel like, oh, something feels icky or something just feels off, and you just have this urge to just maybe change the layout of your front room, or change things to bring in a new, fresh energy into your life. So you may feel like there's kind of a stagnant energy, or you may have felt that way. And you kind of want things to progress. You want to break out in some way. You could also be very focused on your sexuality as well at the moment. Again, with it being a rod's energy here and it being an ace, you could be exploring new kind of sexual practices. That's the word that came in my head. I wouldn't have chose practices, but that's the word that came in. Like new sexual interests, like maybe you're exploring polyamory, or maybe you're exploring BDSM, who knows, or maybe you're exploring just new aspects of your sexuality, I feel, as well here this month, especially for those that are single. So yeah, new exciting times. Again, it might not make sense to everyone else around you. You may not have a whole plan, but you just know it's something that you want to do and you're doing it. And I think you're going to figure it out as you go. So yeah, it looks quite exciting. With the Knight of Swords here, what's motivating this whole situation is possibly an air sign person. Fairly young at heart, still feels they've got a lot to prove, still very active in their life, still doing a lot of things, still kind of building their empire, as it were, or building their life. This person's still working, they're not retired. The kings are most likely retired, or most able to kind of delegate a lot of work to their delegates. But the Knight of Swords is very much still caught up in everything, and very involved in their work and what they're doing. So you could be dealing with someone like that as well. And they could be the one that's maybe brought in these new ideas for you with regards to this new excitement that you have. This person could be stirring your mind in some way as well. This is also you again, new ideas, voicing your ideas, new thoughts, changes in the way that you think, getting a lot more clearer about the thoughts that you have, what ones need to be be paid attention to, and which ones don't. Like your intelligence is peaking, and you're becoming a lot more clear about what principles you're willing to fight for. This is quite a self what's the word? You're putting yourself first, like you're putting your ideas first. You're maybe breathing life into your own ideas, you know, really standing by your ideas, standing by your principles, and arguing to the death. You're not going to allow anyone to sway what you've already decided that you'd like to do, want to do, or what you think. So if I think you're probably feeling quite argumentative as well, potentially this month. If anyone tries to tell you that you're wrong or you shouldn't be doing something, or has a different opinion to you and feels they want to tell you about it, and maybe even if they don't, they just have a different opinion to you, you will probably quite strongly defend your point of view. So yeah, that's something to bear in mind. But again, this could all be relating to an air sign that's currently on your mind, who, like I said, is quite a busy person, still pursuing a lot of things. But yeah, I think the Knight of Swords is probably quite a good position, I think, for quite a good card for this position anyway, because it does talk about, this is like the mind position as well. So there's a lot of clarity here. I would say as well, though, that do take downtime, because this is quite a busy energy. So even though you may be quite inspired to try new things and do new things or strike a new path in some way, I would definitely advise, because of this position, that you do take some time, like some downtime, to relax, and just allow your mind to just space out, and maybe even meditate, just sit with your thoughts. I'm getting long baths as well, maybe long baths, like relaxation, would also, I think, be advised here. So in the past, we have the Six of Wands. So there was success, recognition, achievement in the near past, possibly with regards to love. Again, this is your card, Leo, so you may feel that there's a lot of confidence that you gained in the past. Yeah, that's basically it. I think there's some sort of accolade that maybe were won, or you won something. Maybe you won someone over. Maybe you're getting a lot of attention. Maybe you're being, in the near past, you were recognized for how beautiful you were, or how attractive you are generally, or just how much you do offer, that was recognized in the near past. And I think you felt very, very good about it. It's definitely a leadership card as well. But this is actually the card of Leo. This is, I believe, the sun in Leo. So yeah, I think you just felt very much in your element, felt very good, felt very appreciated. You felt like, yeah, the person or the people that I'm dealing with, they recognize my worth. And yeah, you just felt very good about yourself. So yeah, very, very good. That might be what's kind of taking you to this next level in a way. This new idea may have been sparked and inspired by a newfound confidence that you had, finally some sort of recognition, maybe from someone, or maybe from a few people, that's giving you this confidence. So your intentions is the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, there is some sort of change you're looking for. You're expecting luck to be on your side, and also you may also, I think you're hoping for things to take a turn for the best for you. However, you're aware that there's no way really telling how the cards may lay. Forgive the pun, but yeah, it's like you're not really, I don't think you really know how things are going to go. You're hoping for the best. You're hoping that this new idea or this new kind of road that you're going down, that you're inspired by, does actually bring in some good luck for you, and improve things, and that it is going to be a lucky break in some way. So I think you've got a lot of faith, and a lot of hope But again, there's a feeling of that it's like you've got a lot of hope and faith, but again, there's no plan, like I said. So it's like you're hoping that things work out and to your benefit, and that you're lucky, and that you get all your good karma back, maybe in a way as well. So yeah, I guess it's a case of making sure your intentions are honest to ensure that, or not so much, I'm sure you're honest, but as pure as possible to maybe get the best amount of karma that I guess you could get from a situation. So that might be a reminder to ensure that your intentions um, are pure, for want of a better word, but that your intentions are well thought through, I guess, if as much as you can, and not to kind of just go in too slapdash about things, but to try to remember that one good deed begets another. So it's like that, kind of trying to keep things very positive. Okay, we do have the Seven of Swords here in the near future as well, which does talk about a thief or someone getting away with something, or someone getting away with something. It can also be about things that are hidden. So I don't know if maybe in the near future you're going to be trying to avoid something. Maybe you're going to be trying to avoid this air sign for some reason. Yeah, this is about avoidance and secrets. So I don't know, maybe there's something you're trying to get away with, or maybe there's, but this could also be about cutting corners, not having done all the due diligence, not doing everything, wanting to get a lot for not having done a lot, getting away with something. So I think that that's probably why, yeah, I got that message, that there is something to do with you possibly having to try your best to ensure that you maybe keep pace on this new idea. Like don't rush too quickly. Don't cut any corners if you can. However, it looks like you may very well get away with it though. If you are trying to kind of take some shortcuts. As we do sometimes act on inspiration, as long as we just go ahead and do something because it just feels good, and we don't really think sometimes about all the consequences and all the sacrifices that might need to be made along the way. And take some time to think about what you may have to go through as you do kind of implement this new idea. However, with the Seven of Swords here, it's likely that you're probably going to get away with it, or you're probably going to be okay. You probably will be able to get away with it. But with these two swords that are left behind, I think it's saying that you could get a lot more out of it. Okay, there's potential here that you could get a lot more out of whatever it is that you're pursuing, if basically you get out what you put in. Okay, so yeah, so that's for the singles really. But it looks like for the singles there is an air sign that seems to be on your mind. And maybe you've got a new idea to move away from this person as well. Or maybe it's some sort of secret relationship that you have. Or maybe there's certain things that you're not telling this person in the near future. Some sort of avoidance that you may have to be dealing with. So with the Seven of Pentacles and the Five of Rods for our couples, your partner, they see you maybe as someone who possibly, I mean, the Seven of Coins talks about investments and seeing the fruit of your labor, and waiting, having to wait for, like, the best is yet to come. And this is possibly causing some inner conflict for them. There may be arguments and arguments between you two at the moment. Maybe you do have the bright new ideas, and you're feeling very self-focused and self-motivated, and it could possibly be causing this person to not feel like they're getting what they've put in to the relationship, and this could be causing conflict and also power struggles in the relationship. Thankfully, with the Five of Wands, it doesn't talk about like seriously kind of heartbreaking power struggles, but this person is starting to reflect and think, okay, is this really what I signed up for? Am I really getting what I intended to get out of this? I've invested a lot of time in this, maybe 7 months, 7 years even. And now it seems that my Leo has developed this very strong backbone. This is someone who's not backing down, who's, I think your independence is really important to you at the moment. And I think this person's thinking, oh, I didn't really, what about me? When do I get, what I put in out of this? So there is some sort, and this is causing them to reflect on their expectations. Which could be causing inner conflict for them. Got the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Cups. So within them, they are making a decision, it seems, to possibly want to move on with the Eight of Cups here, or wanting more in the relationship, wanting more emotional satisfaction in the relationship. And they could be, it could be an air sign that you're very focused on. And there is kind of a battle of wills. Money could be involved as well in this kind of connection. It could be a theme. Or it could be that this person has earth sign energies or elements in their chart. But I feel with the Ace of Swords here that this person may feel like they're having to make a tough decision about leaving something that they've put a lot of time and effort and emotion into. And I don't think it's easy for them at all. But they are mentally, I think, thinking to themselves, I want more. So they may not have physically gone anywhere, but they definitely are in a reflective state where they're thinking, they know they want more. They know that they want more from this connection emotionally. So we've got the Chariot card and the Justice card in the near past. So yeah, things were, pretty good, I think, in the past. It could be an air sign you're dealing with. Maybe it was a Libra that you were dealing with or are dealing with. It could be a bit of a conflict of interest at the moment. But in the past, this person was very much, I think, decided and committed to taking this relationship, possibly all the way, maybe even towards marriage. And that might be why you felt so good about everything. You felt like, yeah, you're dealing with someone that you really like. And they really like you, and you feel very appreciated. This person even sees you as possibly wife material or husband material, because we are looking at family and marriage here, overcoming all obstacles. There could have been travel involved as well in the near past, with the Chariot card here. Yeah. There is an indication though that sometimes things were a bit out of balance between you two, and I think that this person wanted more leverage. I'm getting that as well. Whether or not you noticed that, I don't think it was possibly even noticeable, because they do come out as like the Justice card, but I do see the scales here more tipped towards this person's favor. So it's like they they like to have the upper hand, I think, and that might be what's also causing this. Maybe your independence isn't really sitting with them very well. They kind of like to have a certain amount of say, maybe in a relationship, or may like to give direction to the relationship more. And maybe you're, naturally as a Leo, you know what you want, and you're very much a leader in your own right. So yeah, but I do think that they definitely were very committed and liked you, and probably still do like you a lot, and that's why it is the Eight of Cups. It's the Eight of Cups talks about actually being in love with someone. Really being very. Oh, hello. Can you see my future? So I'm just reading the comments. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can. After this, I can. If you want to deposit £5, I can answer a question for you. Okay. I think you can use the super chat to make a payment, or you can use my PayPal link in the description box, and I can definitely do a reading for you. Answer one question for £5. So yeah, I thought there was a strong commitment, and now they're probably thinking, okay, hold up. And especially if it is a Libra type person, and especially with this Chariot energy, it's changeable. Yes, it's committed, but it's changeable. The scales can tip either way. These two horses are trying to go in different directions. So at some point, it can get a bit shaky. So yeah, I think that they had every intention and were very inspired, I think, to be very committed. But that could have always been changeable, and this person does reflect a lot, and the potential to change is here. So yeah. Okay, we've got another 8 and the World card. So yeah, the World card does talk about kind of drawing things to a conclusion. This person's intention may be to not really make a move with the Eight of Swords. They may feel like, oh, I don't want to make a move. I don't know what the right move is to do. I feel kind of bound. I don't feel brave enough to take on this Leo, maybe. This person may lack a certain amount of confidence, and that might be why they like a bit of leverage. It makes them feel a bit powerful. Without that, they may feel threatened. That they may not have such a strong ego as you do, such a strong sense of self, or confidence in general. And with the Eight of Swords here, it shows me that they really don't intend to make a move. They don't want to leave. They don't want to stay, possibly as well. They don't really know. They don't know how to approach it. I am getting that it is an air sign here. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Looks like a Libra. Who they don't really know what to do. So because this person thinks that they may be trapped as well. In some way, they may think, oh, they have no choice. They don't have choices. They think that they're not going to have choices, not going to be able to maneuver. And maybe they kind of feel like it's pretty much a done deal. And, no matter how much they may not feel that that things may not be going their way and they may not be getting that emotional satisfaction, I feel like they're not actually going to go anywhere, because the World card again talks about being fixed, and the Eight of Swords talks about being fixed. And kind of maybe just accepting things as they are. So I don't think they're going to be going anywhere, actually, to be honest. I do get that that they are pretty much fixed to where they are for now. I think that they are honoring maybe a commitment that was made previously, and they're kind of sticking to it. They're doing the right thing, even though they may have conflicting thoughts about it, you know. Okay. So yeah, and even in the near future, it looks like you get away with something. And the Hierophant and the Devil card again talks about commitment. And the Devil card also talks about commitment. Sometimes it's commitment with, your hands being tied, like you're bound to something. But yeah, ultimately they feel quite bound. They feel like they can't really get away because it's not the right thing to do. They feel like it's not the right thing to do. They could have made a promise. Sometimes I see the Hierophant as a promise that's been made, a commitment, an oath that's been taken, and they're pretty much bound to that. There could also be a very strong sexual pull towards you as well. And I think you know what you're doing. That might be what it is. Like, you know maybe how to push this person's buttons. You know how to kind of get this person on your side to get whatever it is that you're wanting to take, wherever you want to take the relationship to. So I'm a very honest reader. I'm not judgmental at all, as much as I can be. I'm very real. So yeah, forgive me if I sound, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I feel like this person feels like they can't really get away because they've made a commitment, or they feel tied into the situation, and it looks like you're kind of getting away with it. There could be certain things that you're hiding from this person. You could be avoiding this person, but either way, this person is they're sticking around with the Hierophant card, and they want to do the right thing, although they do feel like they don't have a choice. But they actually do, but they don't feel like they do. Yeah. Yeah, they could feel quite burdened. Okay, but Death card as well. Okay. So yeah, this could just be a bit of a phase just for September. With the Nine of Wands here, so I just pull some clarifiers for the ending. For the Nine of Wands, we do see, sorry, I'm just reading the messages. Okay, yeah. So yeah, we do see something about resilience here. So yeah, I feel like this person is not letting go of the situation. There's a kind of energy of not letting go. All of these cards talk about not giving up, not letting go, holding on, even though it's really burdensome. They may feel like all the fun has come out of it as well with the Ten of Wands. Like what was once maybe very fun is now feeling like a burden. However, they're not letting go of it because it's something that they feel they have to do. And again, these rods may represent you. And this could be this person that you're dealing with who's holding on to the Leo because they kind of think that they have to. It's like an obligation. Yeah, I'm feeling like this person feels obligated. So you could be dealing with someone that's like quite, like if it is this justice person, they're quite fair, So then we've got the Hermit card here, introspection. Also talks about the Virgo season. And it talks about maturity. I think this person will eventually kind of see the light. And I think because we've got the 8, we've got the Judgment card, we've got the transformation, we've got this person maybe going into introspection, or maybe you go into introspection, maybe you mature and develop in some way, which causes a transformation. And the transformation then brings about a revelation, and then positivity kind of comes back into the relationship, and there is a connection again. Maybe communication picks up if if communication does slow down. There may be a slowdown in communication with the Hermit card and the Death card, possibly. These are quite introspective, quiet cards. But there is a kind of an awakening, a change, I feel as well. A changing of the guards in a sense, most definitely, especially with the Death card here. And it starts with this introspection that one of you two do. Which kind of changes, I think, the perspective maybe of both of you, and brings about this kind of loving commitment with the Lovers card. And then the Ace of Cups, yes. So I did get a feeling like things are going to just be all right. Like it might seem like you guys are going through a bit of a rough patch at the moment, but I think it actually leads you both to actually a more closer, more mature bond, where it's a lot more. There's a lot of clarity and a lot of revelation and growth that happens between you both. But this Seven of Swords is just throwing me off. Like, what are you doing? Dear Leo, what are you up to? I think there's some sort of maybe this is just about you kind of still wanting to pursue your own personal things. I don't think you're telling this person everything. Unless I cannot tell this person everything, and but everything seems to work out in the end anyway. So I would say possibly around October, maybe Scorpio season, there'll be a real pickup on things. That's when there'll be maybe more positivity or more positive energy that comes into the relationship, and there's a new love that occurs at that time as well. So yeah, it may be a bit tricky at the moment. Maybe a lot happening at the moment within you, between you two. But I think come October, things will really kind of rebalance back out, and there'll be more of a positive energy between you both. Because I think your partner may start to feel a bit burdened for some reason. I think they could be older than you as well. So they may just feel more responsible in some way. But overall, I didn't mention, we do have the Two of Wands, which talks about making decisions to expand. And I think this is about the Ace of Rods. There is a new idea that you want to pursue, and that you want to take on and you want to move forward with. But it will mean you kind of coming out of your comfort zone a little bit, or having to leave something behind, choosing to do the new thing rather than the old thing. And that seems to maybe cause heartbreak, or separation, for a time. So yeah, I think that right now your partner is thinking a lot about, what do I really want? What am I getting out of this? So there may be currently for this month, maybe a temporary kind of separation or quietness, especially with the Four of Swords. We do have the Two of Cups after that and the King of Cups. So I do think that this is a relationship that, is, if there is a separation, I don't think it will be long term. The Three of Swords does talk about short term separation as well, and sometimes just not things like not turning out how you want them to. So some sort of disappointment and sorrow. So I think it's going to be maybe a bit of a tricky month. A lot is going on. We've had loads of major arcanas. We've got three aces. So I think it's a month of new beginnings. It's that birthing energy, especially with the World card as well. There's some sort of birthing that's happening, that kind of energy for both of you. And it is about kind of working together here with the Three of Coins, and everyone kind of playing their part. So maybe it's a fairly new relationship and you're still kind of finding your feet, around who does what, how, and when. See, there could be an energy of kind of still kind of getting to know each other, so it's still a bit rocky. I did get that kind of rocky energy here, although they see a clear vision. They've got high hopes, or they had high hopes. It's kind of working through, I think, getting to know each other, and maybe dealing with your partner's dealing with the fact that they're maybe bit enough, a little bit more than that they can chew, or something like that. And it's not what they totally expected, but I think you guys will work through it, So yeah. Let's look at these messages. Hey, Lady Leo. Hey. Oh. And Mimi. Are you okay? What do you need help with? If you want your own personal reading, Mimi, I can definitely try to help. If you go to my website at symbolsforliving.com, you can book a reading there, or you can email me at Persephone's Journey Tarot. All the details will be in the description box below, and I can do a reading for you. There's no problem. Hope everything's okay. But yeah, or if you want to do a super chat for £5, I can answer one question for you. If you want to do that. Otherwise, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this through to Vimeo. Not Vimeo. Been watching too much tarot reading. I'm going to take it through to my Gumroad account. I'm going to do an extended reading of this. So probably in about 15-20 minutes, I would have completed the Oracle card reading for this September. I'll be using the Mirror Love Oracle deck to look at the spiritual love/love connection. And then I'll be using the Wisdom of the Oracle deck to get some more messages from Spirit and more guidance for you. So yeah, it always gets more interesting over there. So please do join me. Hopefully I'll see you there. Otherwise, take good care. But don't forget to check out my site, symbolsforliving.com. I've got lots of cool merchandise and cool things to see. And you can book a reading there as well. So hopefully I will see you and speak to you very soon. Take care, guys. Bye.